You are listening to Time for Talkos. Time for Talkos.
A ZTO TV podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Ken with Time for Talkos, and I'm joined with
Carrie,
and we are going to be talking about a fascinating topic tonight about human experimentation. And before we get started, we have a few guests tonight. We're also joined by Taco.
What's up?
And his lovely girlfriend, Amber. Hi, say hi, Amber.
hi. Calm down, excitement now.
Yeah, calm down, guys. Calm down.
So start making out on camera, man. You don't blame us.
Well, I mean, are you guys in the same house?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you guys in the same room? Different rooms?
No, we're in different rooms. It's really awkward right now around here, but it's cool, man. We're having a great time. Glad to be here.
Speaking about placement,
I like your goatee.
You know, my trimmer's broke, so I'm kind of stuck with it. And obviously, because of my Indian, I can't really grow shit anyway, so I'm stuck with like mouth beard. Yeah. But Carrie, you look like you're having a blast over there. Where are you at?
I am at home, and I am in my car.
Why are you in your car?
I had to film outside because my internet inside the house was screwing up, and my dad oftentimes drives around here in big equipment. He's always doing something. So I'm like, if I am out on the porch or something else, there's going to be all this background noise. So I'm hoping.
Well, if you catch him, throw rocks at him and hide. Like immediately throw like a rock at him and just hide, like duck and cover.
Yeah. I need to film down like this.
But so if everybody isn't up to speed right now, Carrie is my new co-host for the channel for Time for Tacos, and she's going to be filling in, and she's joined a permanent landing in a spot. And unfortunately, some other people couldn't make the cut, like Taco. Hi, Taco.
Hey, screw you, man. This would have never happened if you would have paid for my surgery and got me boobies. This is all your fault, just like yesterday.
I apologize. I apologize. Boobs to the win. All right.
I know. It's okay.
But
let it go, like my shirt says.
Let it go. That's the band, right?
Yes. This is actually the T-shirt for the band Let It Go, Kevin Easy's band.
Yeah.
So I just thought I would give it some camera time.
Well, it's very thoughtful of you. I mean, a lot of us wear sporting our local artist shirts and stuff. I mean, this isn't local or anything, but it's like old school. Like Taco, where's your stuff? Where are you supposed to be repping? Well, or you're in a band.
I'm repping the coronavirus today. You may have heard of it. It's been around for a little while.
Nobody knows about that enough. There isn't enough of that in the news.
Well, everybody do their homework on the human experimentation today.
I did a little bit.
I did.
You did. Somebody did. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. Somebody wants to do some work around here. What about you, Carrie? I can't hear you. What? I can't hear you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. There we go. Seriously, I don't think we could hear you. You broke up. I think we were talking over you.
I watched Amber watch a video about it.
Oh yeah. Well, good job. You're
writing
on the.
Yes, that's right.
By osmosis.
Well, we'll start with you, Amber. Like you said, you did your homework. All right.
Yeah.
So let's see what you got. What did you look up? What did you find about human experimentation?
Well, the one thing I knew I've heard of before is the MK Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a little bit of research on that. I know there's an actual movie about it. I haven't watched it yet, so I'll probably watch it after this. But it pretty much started in the 50s during the Korean War. I know, so pretty much there was detractors that stayed in Korea and pretty much converted over to communism. and went over to the Chinese. Like they totally just went against America. And the American government thought that they made like a Manchurian candidate. They were like brainwashing people. They thought it was like some type of magic, when actually they were just coercively controlling people. But of course they didn't know that then, magic, that makes more sense. So pretty much what they did was they just did a lot of fucked up experiments on people, and it was huge. This went on for like over 20 years. It happened in like 80.
What did they use? What was the experimentation like? What did they use for this whole experiment?
There was like different chemical agents they used. They like put on people's skin that burned them. Like, I'm not sure how many people died. I'm sure there was a lot. They used LSD.
Yeah.
They pretty much they tortured people like physically. There was mental abuse, sexual abuse. It was what else did they do? They used sensory deprivation. They did a lot of
But
really
why were they
messed
doing
up
that?
stuff. Because they were trying to control people. They thought that the Koreans like figured out how to control people's minds. But really they were just using coercive control tactics. Come to find out. But nobody found out about it for like over 20 years later. And of course, obviously, it was all over the media. It was pretty crazy.
In 1956, Bob Logie was 18 years old when his severe leg pains were diagnosed as psychosomatic, and he was sent to the Allen Memorial Institute. When Bob heard the news reports of CIA-funded research at the Allen, he sent for his medical records. They revealed several doses of LSD. Today, Bob Logie lives and works in Vancouver, but he's still angry.
I feel like I've been completely used. I feel like my mind has been completely invaded. I suppose if guinea pigs have feelings, they'd feel like I do.
LSD trips were terrifying to patients who had never heard of LSD and who had no way of knowing why their world was suddenly upside down. Hallucinations last for hours. Experts say this is what an acid trip would look like if it could be filmed.
The LSD was really horrifying, very horrifying, and they gave it to me for about 12 or 15 times. One minute I would see the doctor there, the next minute I wouldn't see him there, and they were asking me all kinds of questions, and I remember them telling me that I was getting smaller and smaller, and I really felt myself getting smaller. And they were bringing me back in time, way back, At one point, I almost felt like I was just about to be born, really, that far back in memory. And they were really, really probing, asking all kinds of questions, and I felt I didn't have any control. I had to answer. I didn't feel I had any control. I was completely, like they had complete control over me.
Bob's leg pains were eventually treated with cortisone, but the effects of the LSD stayed with him, and soon he was back in the hospital.
I just felt I couldn't cope. I couldn't adjust after the LSD, and I was having a hard time. I couldn't hold down a job for very long. I was going from one place to another, and the anxiety really built up. I just couldn't cope, and I went back.
I was actually asking about my grandma earlier because she was born in 38. So, she would have been old enough to be around then. And she said she remembered it. She said it was crazy. Like, people couldn't believe that the government would do that and hide it. And it, happened on such a large scale for so long. But, yeah, you can actually look at all the documents about it. It came out with the information, or what is it called? The Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah.
So that's where you can find all the information.
Now, my grandfather, I told you guys over and over again about his connections back in the past. He was telling me back in the day when it came to the MK Ultra stuff, especially the LSD, they used to have these hookers, these prostitutes would take these men in and experiment on these men as they're screwing these prostitutes. Like they'd bring these men into the room and they'd slip in some LSD, and there'll be like a mirror up on a wall, and on the other side of this mirror would be this this agent or this guy, this scientist that's watching these two fuck, and he'd be sitting there paying attention to how the guy's reacting, seeing what he's doing while he's on LSD, and seeing how his body's reacting, see how he's talking, see if he can be manipulated by what she's doing, by her guidance. And it's a lot of weird stuff. Like, I mean, our government's, we already know it's fucked up, but that's straight perverted, straight government right there. I mean,
it's probably Joe Biden up in that window, huh? Yeah.
No, you're daydreaming about that.
Smell her hair next. Smell her hair next. Yeah, do it like that. Fucking sick bastard.
There we go.
All right. That's enough of that. Not to get all political or anything. Oh my god!
So this is some crazy
but
times.
that's really crazy though, that they would, you know what I mean? They would do that to people.
Yeah, they would
LSD,
put
that's powerful shit.
chemicals on people's skin. I mean, they were pretty much just trying to do whatever they could. They wanted to learn how to control people. Like, they literally thought the Koreans developed some kind of magic thing.
They wanted an army. They wanted a large army that they could control.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a song by a band called Divisive called MK Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never heard of it, but I thought it was a song about Mortal Kombat. Like, for real, I thought it stood for Mortal Kombat. I was like, cool, man, they made a song about Mortal Kombat Ultra. I never even played that one. But no, I was wrong. Very wrong. Sorry,
Carrie?
guys. I failed you again.
Well, I looked up several things because I wasn't exactly sure what we were going to touch on. This may actually be a part of something that Amber mentioned. In 1993, the National Academy of Sciences exposed a series of experiments that happened from 1944 to 1975 and involved 60,000 GIs. This was a secret till 1993. They put them in gas chambers, made them breathe in mustard gas to see how long they could stand it, radiation, nerve agents, LSD, as you mentioned. And some of these guys came out with no obvious problems, but 20 to 30 years later, they developed cancers and neurological issues and things like that. And this wasn't released for, 25 years after the fact. And
is that in the U.S.?
Yes, that was in the U.S. There's another one, though, that I found that was really telling, I think, of the times. It was 1932. The U.S. Public Health Service did what they called the Tuskegee study.
Yes.
It was 600 black males who had syphilis. They were told they were going to be treated with a new treatment, experimental treatment. They were even given paid burials, like if something went wrong with their treatment and they died, they were giving, free funerals, essentially. And they were supposed to be free health care. Well, what they didn't know, they weren't really being treated. The treatments were fake, and they were being observed to study the progression of the disease instead of actually treating it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was awful, manipulation of somebody who has hope, because then penicillin was the treatment, and they were being told they were giving a new type of penicillin was supposed to be better, and it was actually a placebo. It was nothing. And these poor men were used just to see how the disease progressed, and they suffered, and a lot of them died. And it was a slow death of the progression of syphilis. But I didn't know if you would want to revisit our last podcast with Nazis.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. I mean, I know a few of those experiments.
Knows about Nazi experimentation. I mean, they removed people's muscles, bones, nerves without any anesthesia. They experimented on twins.
That's what
Yeah, I've
that's
heard
what
a
I
lot
want to talk
about that. The
For
twins.
whatever reason, they were attempting to make conjoined twins. Like they would actually physically sew the twins together.
I
I'm
know
not
Russians
exactly-
did that, but I didn't know the Germans did.
I'm not sure. There was 1,500 sets of twins at Auschwitz that they
Yes.
did experiments on. They would shoot dye into their eyes to see if it would change the eye
I
color.
heard about that. They try to
And
change
they
their eye
would
colors.
also study the other twin, who was the control, to see if one twin was affected by whatever happened to the other.
Mm-hmm.
There was also experiments to try and treat hypothermia. People were put in like negative 61 degrees Celsius, rooms and ice, and some of the treatments to try to rewarm them to see what worked and what didn't was throwing them in boiling water.
Nice.
God.
Wow. Can you imagine that? I mean, have you ever heard like a crab or a lobster scream?
Right.
Imagine what a human would sound like.
Right.
Well, no, I actually know this one. They don't actually scream. That's just air being pushed out of their shells. I know that one. The crabs ain't screaming.
They're screaming. They're screaming.
They're not screaming. They don't
They
even
don't
have
have-
little mouths.
I never thought about that. They don't have vocal cords.
Yeah, they don't even have.
Screaming. Like, it's what they do.
You
Lobster and crab.
Have any of you guys been to the Holocaust Museum in DC?
Negative.
I have not.
I went there when I was like probably 14, and I went upstairs. Yeah, I'm kind of traumatized from seeing all that stuff. They have like the upstairs is where like all the like really graphic kind of stuff is, and when you go into the elevator, there's like a employee there, and he like gets all serious, and he like pretty much yells at everybody and like tells them like this isn't a joke. And like he like seriously like almost made this girl cry because she was like laughing. I was just like a teenager, so she was like whatever, but he like got in her face about it. Like they're obviously taking it really
Damn.
serious.
Yeah, PTSD kind of thing.
When they go upstairs, they have like a lot of things from like Auschwitz and stuff. They have like a lot of like clothing, shoes, stuff like that. But the most like traumatic part was they have videos of like them experimenting on people, and what they do to kind of like stop like younger kids from looking at them is they have like a little wall, so you pretty much have to be like this tall to see over. Well, me just being like, oh, I'm gonna check this out, I kept like looking over all the walls, and I was like, okay, I didn't want to see that. But
Wow.
yeah, there was one where they were like experimenting on a fetus, and yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. Really, really, really messed up.
Damn.
So how much do you think they
really
contributed to
really-
science, though, from all those inhumane
Right.
experiments and stuff? Like, do you think they got a lot from that? Or is it just a bunch of torture and bullshit?
Well, I know the Japanese did, and
Did
I have.
they?
If after this, I mean, after Amber's done with this one, like, and Carrie's done their story for the Germans, the Japanese. You think the Germans are bad? The Japanese were the far by worst what I've seen.
Really?
Yeah, there was a unit back in World War II called what was it? The Unit 731. It was a Japanese army unit. They conducted some of the most heinous experiments on humans to date, like some of the worst. And these were like units that went in thinking that they were helping to understand infections and viruses and bacteria and things like that, and learn how to treat and cure. But they went in and they were straight experimented on like fucking lab rats. I mean, they were given all these diseases, the plague. They were given syphilis and all these other contagious diseases, and they were treated like act like they were being treated again with the placebo thing, and they just let the diseases take its course, and they'd watch and document what happened along the way. So on the other side of it, while they're treating these people, they're also experimenting to see exactly how much the body can be conditioned. So they put the body through as much hell as it can be like taken through. Like they drain the body of so much blood and see how much blood can be taken out before the person passes out. Or they take the person and put them in extreme cold and see how long it takes for them to freeze to death. And the same thing with the extreme heat, to see how long it takes for them to die from that. They were also severed limbs. They'd sever the limbs and see how long it takes for them to bleed out. And the limbs that they had, they also would rearrange the limbs. So you think your leg would be attached where the leg was? No, they'd take your arm off and put your leg where your arm was, put your arm where your leg was. They'd stitch you together just like you're a fucking rag doll. It's really ridiculous.
I'm trying not to laugh. I'm sorry.
Oh, what is so funny, Mike? What is so funny? We are talking about lives.
Putting your Franken beans in a different spot. That's what I was thinking about. So stupid. So stupid. I don't know why. Once you talk about moving the limbs, I'm like thinking of a little cock and balls in your armpit. They're just like putting them in different areas. Like, what? Check this out. Oh, ching chong. You know what I mean? They fucking
make him a permanent part of our podcast here, Ken.
He needs to be.
They're like
He needs to
putting
be.
your nipples on your big
Mike
toes
is
and
very
stuff.
entertaining. Trust me, it's never a dull moment.
Well, I'm not an
Mike-
expert, but I can say some stuff. You know
I'll tell you what. I'll let you on the podcast. I'll give you a permanent spot if I can give you boobs.
Give me boobs.
It's boobs or get the fuck out.
I want boobs, man. Let's get them.
Get your boobs
I'll let you look at them every day. While
every
you're
day.
driving.
All right. Well, only if you stop and let me touch them once a day. Is it a deal?
That's a deal. Let's do it.
It's a deal. Okay. I'm
Give
lacking
me some-
boobage.
Got
Some
that
double
on
D's.
camera.
I
Got
want
it
them
on record.
pepperoni nipples, man.
I don't want pepper. I want bologna nipples, man.
Bologna
I want
nipples.
bologna nipples. But,
never mind. I'm not gonna tell this joke. It's
You're not
I was
allowed to
gonna
have
tell.
bigger boobs than me. That's not fair.
All right, A's. I have to
What?
have A's.
Shut up.
I need your boobs, Ken Newman. Give me your boobs.
My boobs are staying on me. They're attached.
All right.
But what was the joke you're about to say that you couldn't say? That you didn't want to
I
say?
can't say it. It's so bad that I can't say it. I don't think that it's appropriate for this.
Are you
But
serious?
It has to do with you talking about rearranging body parts.
Yeah.
Well, you was there when I was.
Oh.
I'm confused. I'm really confused.
I was thinking how funny it would be to put nipples on your butt cheeks. Because then they would look like little boobs, but they're butts.
I'm
The rest of
really
the- the rest
confused.
of the
When on the when the fuck did you ever discuss with me about putting nipples on my butt cheeks?
Jail.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Oh.
your secret, Ken.
Wow, circa like fucking
Yeah,
9
that
years
was a while
ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. But yeah,
All right.
it's lonely in there. And sometimes you want to see some boobs, and the butt is the closest thing to the boobs.
I
You just
guess,
draw
but why
draw
were you
nipples
looking
on
at my butt? Why? Dude, I was the
You're-
least fit guy in there, and you had your range of guy butts in the whole place. Why'd you
Boy,
have to
you're
look at mine?
You're so goddamn thick, though, man. It looks good.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
Can't-
Boy,
all right.
that's a
Let's
thick-ass
talk about
boy.
science. I can't do this no more. We can't get on the subject. Everyone on the internet's gonna think I'm gay. You guys are really. All right. I'm done. Okay. I'm just gonna stop and let you guys talk, and I'm gonna agree and be like, why? Why did they do that? Why?
Oh man! All right,
Okay.
Gotten weird very fast.
all right.
So,
let's just
Kenny, how did people find out about this?
going straight into being serious again. So, going back to this whole thing, again, everybody gets all these army units gave their life to figure out what they thought was going to be for the human good. Turned out to be they're just being experimented on, and they were really treated like shit. The Japanese army did a lot more than that. You can find research on it. Just look up the unit 731 and find out for yourself exactly how bad this era was during World War II. But how they found out about it was when they got caught. I don't recall how they got caught, to be honest, but I do remember when they got caught, no one got in trouble because everybody wanted the information that they found because they documented everything so well. They wanted to know what they found, like what their findings were. So the governments from these other countries say, okay, you know what? We'll let you off the hook. Just tell me what you guys found out about all these experiments. And that's what they did. They handed over all the information, all the documents, and everybody was let scot-free. Nobody got in trouble.
Wow.
Tell me about that screwed up.
The question
Crazy.
of
Yeah.
morality is the lives of those people worth the greater good?
That's
And
we did learn a lot out of it.
every but can you look at it and use that in good conscience, knowing what they
Yeah.
had to do to get it? So
During
that
that
was
generation, probably not.
German research as well. There was a lot
Yeah.
of stuff that came out of the Nazi experimentation, but there's a lot of like, especially in our U.S. government, they were kind of split on opinion on, yeah, we should use it, but no, they murdered people to get this information. So I
Yeah.
guess it just depends on your moral view. Kill a few for the good of many. Is that worth the risk? I think everybody's going to have a different answer when it
No,
comes to
I
Yeah.
agree that there's a time back in the day that we were learning how to put our feet to the ground and figure out what was what and how to put it together. But now these days, I don't think we can get by with it. I don't think we can get away with it. Everybody's
No.
too strict about human rights, and they want to make sure
Yeah.
that everybody's treated equally.
And nowadays with technology, it's nearly impossible to hide things.
Mhm.
I mean, like with the concentration camps in China, what we talked about last time, they
Yeah.
were found with drone flights,
Yeah.
and you've got satellites that can see, a beach ball on the beach from space, so I think, yeah, it may still happen, but it's also harder and harder to keep all that a secret as well.
It may be happening in China because they are cloning people, aren't they? And I'm pretty sure like the world governments have asked them, pretty much like told them like you can't clone humans. So who knows, if like people are being tortured and victimized with that.
Yeah.
They could be doing experiments on people trying to accomplish that.
How do you
Plus, I
guys
feel
feel?
like a
Oh,
lot of the stuff
sorry.
wouldn't be necessary now because of the technology we have.
That makes
I mean,
sense.
instead of doing a test on a whole person, all you have to do is take a sample of their cells or something.
Just a part of a
if
person,
you wanted
like,
to see how a chemical affected them, or
and not just a whole person, but like a part of the person, just like hack one limb off and be like part of the person.
What
no,
if they?
just a cell. You don't need the whole person or half the person.
How do you feel like if they use particular types of people instead of like innocent people, like soldiers, or you know what I mean, whatever? What if they took like I don't know, pedophiles and experimented on them instead of putting them into prison?
I am firmly a
I mean,
believer of that.
I don't
I am
think
afraid,
it would
like-
be that bad of a thing.
Like people on death row, people that are
Yeah.
pedophiles, people like that, the people are going to die regardless, or that should deserve to die, or some type of heinous death. Experiment on them. That's how I think that we should move ahead with these kind of experiments.
I mean,
That's my
if it needs
personal
to be
opinion.
done on a live body, why not use an extremely abusive criminal? You know?
Yeah, but again, we got
That-
Do you
rights.
think they'll
And
do that with the coronavirus vaccine?
They're going.
Think they'll
They're
ask
trying
prisoners?
to use it on us now. I knew this was coming up.
No, to ask prisoner or people on death row.
You're going to use it on them.
I don't know. Somebody's going to have to volunteer to take it. What?
I forgot about that math.
definitely, yes.
Oh,
Just in case we
my
forgot.
God.
Just in case we forgot. I mean,
I haven't seen that yet. That's great.
I wore that on Friday when we went to watch Divine Eminence. And
yeah. Yes, we did. And speaking of which,
it got some attention.
we got a lot of attention. It was pretty fun. People liked it. People thought it was pretty funny. And no one said a damn thing about it because, of course, who cares?
Yeah.
But
Most
while
people don't
we're,
even believe it's like really contagious or real or dangerous, man. You know, it's a media hype.
I think a
unlike-
lot of it's overblown. Yeah, I can see that.
Unlike
We know.
MK Ultra, which was not a media hype, they were legit trying to hide that stuff. You know?
Yeah, I mean, some things are real, unlike Jeffrey Epstein that hung himself, right?
Yeah.
Again, not to get political.
But
I
anyway,
don't think
we,
anybody believes he killed himself.
I mean that. You know what? I'll tell you what. We can go down that hole on the next episode if you guys want to do that. But
Sure.
I'll tell you what. There's so much more information that's coming out that just got leaked out, And I'm
like
following it.
really into. I've listened to like 5 podcasts about him, and like,
Dude,
I'll
it's
totally
better
be
than
on
a
the
drama.
next one.
It's better than a drama. Watching drama on TV.
It's fucking crazy.
But yeah, me and Carrie were down in Columbus to interview Divine Eminence, and we got to chill with them over there at Scully's and on there in the short north. And it was pretty interesting. It's pretty fun, pretty laid back. It was a rap bar for the night, but they came in and they threw their jams and they rocked the stage.
Mosh pit formed. That was a little
Yep.
crazy.
That's awesome.
pretty good.
Oh yeah.
But Carrie, you got to sit down with them, didn't you?
I did for a brief moment. It was a little loud, and we were limited on space and everything. Things didn't
space,
quite
time, and
work
everything.
out
Yeah.
as we had planned on doing an interview, but they have a new bassist, so we talked about that a little bit, and they've got some upcoming shows.
Well, we have that on video, don't we?
The audio, because it was so loud in the place.
The audio turned out fine. And speaking of which, I had the video and I got the audio. And you guys want to care to listen? You guys want to watch it?
Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
Let's take a second right now. Let's join Carrie sitting down with Divine Eminence and check it out.
Welcome everybody to ZTO TV. I'm Carrie Meyer, the ultimate indie fangirl, telling you guys what is good on the Ohio indie music scene. Now, we are finally doing an interview out in public. I'm not in the basement, woohoo! And I am back with my group that was my very first interview, Divine Eminence. And we are back in Columbus tonight, but as you can see, there is a lineup change. So you guys have a new bassist. So what has brought this change about?
Really, it was, yeah. I mean, need a bassist, and there you go. I'm here.
I want to introduce Zach to you guys. This is Zach. This is our new bass player. He's been rocking with us for a minute here. So, Zach, say hello to the people.
What's going on? What's going on?
New bass player.
New bass player. Yeah.
So when did you guys make this change, and when did you come in?
What, March or April?
Yeah. So you've been rocking with us for a couple months.
No.
We got nothing to do but practice.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, practice. We're here
And
playing games.
how has it brought a different element to the band? Has it changed a little bit?
A little bit in writing, maybe. I would say. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
something new.
Zach was in a couple bands before us. So, I mean, he came with some talent. So, he just came into practice, and like, first song, he was fucking playing the shit. Like, he heard it once, played it. Second song, heard it, played it. We was like, we can rock with this dude.
That's great.
Yep,
So you
check.
guys knew right off the bat that he would be a good fit.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
I think I stalled him out a couple practices. Like, I didn't really say much and blah, 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 blah. But then he kind of fit in with everybody, you know?
Right. You gotta scope. And just because a musician doesn't quite vibe with your band doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad, musician.
yeah,
You
yeah,
just gotta
playing
make
with-
sure everybody
Yeah,
is
you gotta
all on
vibe,
the same.
this
Definitely, vibe
This is
is
a unit, you know?
right.
And within that unit, we all got our own personalities. I say this a lot. Everybody's got their own personalities, your own idea of right and wrong, your own idea how you want to live your life, how you carry yourself, and you got to find that right group of guys to mix in. And we got that right now. It seems to be working out pretty good.
That's great. And you
Me and
guys,
Tony still argue.
That'll never, ever,
right?
ever
That
end.
will never change.
I don't think it will, dude. It makes me, oh man.
That's my best friend, but
But
that's
it's
what we do.
But that's always going to be the dynamic.
It is.
So as long as it works for you guys,
It does.
and you guys also have some shows coming up, which is nice to be able to say
Yeah,
the way the world is as it is. So
Right,
what's upcoming with you guys?
We got a couple of shows coming up in Dayton. 8/14, that's August 14th, and that's with the band Flaw. They're an older school hardcore band that kind of rock. I really don't know what to do with the microphone. These guys keep passing it around. It's really weirding me the fuck out right now, yo. Just hold that son of a bitch. So yeah, 8/14 at Odd Bodies in Dayton. That's gonna be at Flaw. Don't touch it. Don't fucking touch it. And then 8/22, that's August 22nd. That's with Saliva. So that should be a dope show. I'm sure it'll sell out. So if anybody's interested in that, you can stop by the website, www.divineeminence.com, and get tickets for that shit. Also, 9/11 is 2 days free camping. What is it?
Fire Fest.
Field of Fire Fest.
Yep.
And that's what the homies X
$20
Factor won.
2 days camping. There's hotels available on site. I don't think there's too many left. We bought a couple, so might not be too many more, but it'll be a big festival. A lot of bands, 2 days of music. Awesome. 9/11. That's when we're playing.
Dope. Yeah, so that's the 3 shows we got scheduled right now, and like you said, it's kind of a blessing for us to have some contacts where we can get out and play some shows. A lot of people ain't doing that right now, so I mean, if you guys see throughout the venue, I mean, they're taking it really safe here. Everybody's got their masks on. We don't have ours on because we're sitting at a table and we don't have to. But if you're out walking around, everybody's taking care of their shit, and we're doing it how we need to do it to keep this shit running.
Well, I guess that'll be all for us tonight because we're kind of limited on time with the venue that we're in tonight. So thank you guys for watching. This is Carrie Myers signing off for ZTO TV, reminding you to always stay indie.
Peace, y'all.
What's up?
Hi, Derek. See ya.
I am
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. What is going on? Carrie, what are you doing?
Already. I'm
Being chased by the Blair Witch.
In a place that's not so dark. Here we go.
You look like you're trying to run from something. What's going on?
I'm out on my front porch now because it was getting a little dark inside my car.
Well, I want to know is why you're like hiding on your own property. It's crazy. It's like you're like,
my dad's noisy.
well, then run from him. When you see him, run.
I don't
You gotta
know.
look at him like, Dad.
Where I am.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I completely throw the 13-year-old attitude, Dad, and like run.
You're embarrassing me in front of my friends on the internet. You ruin everything, Dad. No, I'm just joking.
He kept trying to tell me that I went on a date with Ken on Friday.
Oh.
Like, that's not what that was.
Sounds sexy. Tell me.
Drove. Okay.
Just because I drove?
Yeah, apparently.
All right.
And you bought me a Coke. You did. You bought me a Coke. It was a very romantic gesture, let me say.
Did you bring her home by 10 o'clock?
No, I didn't.
No, I got home at like 3 o'clock, I think.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was pretty late. I mean, as soon as I got home, I was dead. I even offered you to stay because I didn't want you to drive the hour home.
I know, and I should have. Because about when I got to Waynesfield, I hit this wall of, I'm like falling asleep. Like, that was bad. I really should have.
Me and Kenny know
Anyway,
about that.
Are we back on,
Yeah.
or we are? Okay.
Yeah, we've been back. We just listened to you talk about your dad and
you guys' date.
Yeah, apparently we got a date.
Mm-hmm.
No, but so
Mike's jealous, Kenny.
I'm
sorry.
jealous.
I'll get you tomorrow, man. I'll get you tomorrow. I promise.
You said that yesterday.
You fucked me.
This is gonna be a thing now.
Fucked me so hard yesterday.
Oh yeah, I did. You'll never forget that one.
No, I will not, dude.
I was just getting it, dude. Like, yeah, 2 hours late. Take that, Kenny. You piece of shit.
I tell this guy to meet me because we're switching out trailers. We both drive semi, and I wanted him to meet me at a certain destination, and he was like, "Oh, I can't. You're such a bitch," and everything. Like, I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll have it your way." You complained enough. I was like, "Fine. I'll pull off the exit because the exit that I was getting on, I couldn't get back on the main road, so I had to go down the road and get back on the main road from another offshoot down another interstate." I wasn't going to complain too much, but he didn't show up. I was thinking, where the hell are you? Like, I was like 20 minutes waiting, 25 minutes waiting. I was like, dude, you should have been here by now. Where were you, Mike?
I'll tell you where I was. I sent you a text message telling you where I was going, but you continued to talk about having sex with me and stuff in my mouth. What? Yes. There was like 5 text messages, and then he's like, where are you at? Why aren't you here? I'm like, I'm at the spot that I told you I was going to be at, but you didn't see it because you were busy like getting in details. Come on, put this in your mouth and this
Dude,
and that.
No.
Saying a bunch of-
I have it right here. I will tell you exactly what I said to you.
You don't
I
want to
was
read
so,
that. You don't
I
wanna read
was so mad.
That's the story he told me.
I was so upset. I was like, why are you doing it? Did you fuck me so good? Not like that though, but you know what I mean.
I don't know how vulgar I'm allowed to be on here, so I'll just be nice.
Dude, it is uncensored. You can do what the hell you want.
Okay. It was bad. The stuff he was
here it
messaging
is.
me yesterday was
You
really
don't
bad.
know. You guys just right, Amber.
He was really upset.
Yeah.
It wasn't even my fault. You didn't read the text message. You were fucking saying a bunch of mean things to me, and then you went to the wrong spot because you didn't get my text message. My head itches.
Kenny's getting his evidence.
Yep.
The evidence of him
right here.
of him harassing me sexually on the road is what the evidence is.
Okay,
Don't read what I said to you. Don't read what I said to you.
I will
That's not
read
important.
everything because it is intimate and I loved every bit of it.
All right.
He says, and I quote, Talkos says, "Hey, we're taking 44 in Mr. Fuel on Route 3. ATA 9:50 a.m., which he's already late as it is.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to meet me at like 9:30, so he's already 20 minutes
Yeah,
late.
I was already 20 minutes late.
No, I was like, that exit open? He's like, not on our side, but your side is. And I said, I can't get back on 70 from there. He says, fuck you. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, he just, he says, damn. He said, fuck you. And I'm like, I am like, you dick. So he says, just drive over the barrels. You'll be fine. And at this point, I was so in depth, like trying to figure out what to say back. I was so pissed off. I didn't read what he texted after that, which he told me to meet him down the road. But I didn't see that. I was too mad texting him.
Yes.
And you fucking philo cuck, I'll choke you. That's what I told him.
Tell him the rest. What else did you say, Kenny?
You sent me something. You sent me some type of GIF or a picture. Or I couldn't receive it. I was like, I can't see what your homo ass is sending me. You stupid chode cheese.
Chode cheese.
It's like, where you at? You're late. He said, whatever, you're gay. And I'm like, shut your cock holster, gay boy. But I'll leave the paperwork in the back of the trailer. Like, I was so upset. So anyway, this is the first time. The first time he screwed with me that day. This is the first time. Like, he did it twice that day. All right?
Yeah.
All right, so.
Yeah. That was so bad.
I was like, I hate you.
Yeah, you messaged me that like 3 times that day. Like, I hate you so much right now. My bad.
Okay, so anyway, at the end of the day,
he's still mad.
I'm getting worked up again already about this. At the end of the day, I could have had a smooth day yesterday, but no, I didn't. I had a horrible day. But anyway, so at the end of the day, I'm supposed to pick up the trailer and go park. All right. So I can leave the next morning and have no issues. What I had to do was I had to go up there like, hey, where's my trailer at? There's no trailer for me to get because this cock holster motherfucker here.
I took your trailer.
My trailer.
I wanted to get to work early tomorrow and just go.
You didn't have to go to work early. I had to go to work early.
You mother! You didn't put your name on it. It's not your special trailer.
Mike didn't tell me he did that.
That was my trailer you took.
No, I didn't do that. The new guy I was training did that.
I didn't even blame on the new guy.
Okay.
Blame on the new guy.
I didn't do that.
You're supervising him, so it's your responsibility.
That weird guy with the glasses doesn't let me come in the office with other people, so he has to go in by himself.
Yeah, I get it. Nobody wants you in the office by yourself anymore.
Damn, boy, he's sick.
Is this? Oh,
what the hell is this? What the mother? Why?
Damn.
Nobody look at this. Nobody look at
guy
this.
That calls me. This guy calls me a pillow cup.
That is a very strapping young man. Thank you. That was a very good looking me.
Pants are white as fuck.
I like your hair. You're very edgy.
All right, so I'm glad that was over. That did nothing for us, Frank. Thanks.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Kenny's already mad.
All right, so anyway, getting back to the Divine Eminence, I mean, they were a crowd pleaser for the evening. They brought the excitement, the energy at the end of the night. People were on the stage having fun, wrapping it up, and the crowd was good. And then they came on, and everybody came together. I didn't see people come together throughout the evening until they came on stage, and they rocked it pretty damn good.
Damn, boy! That's a
Look at that face, man.
Damn.
He got that
What
face
did
like,
you
don't touch
do
me
to
anymore,
Frank
Daddy.
that he hates you right now.
Look at that. Look at that strong jaw. Look at that strong jaw light right there. I like that. I want to. You know what? There isn't too many more embarrassing things. Yeah, thanks, Aaron. There isn't too many more embarrassing things on the internet. I'm sure of it. I mean, I've done probably way worse, but Aaron's got to dig for that kind of crap. So, anyway, yeah, Divine Eminence got on stage. They rocked it. I went live. I went live with my camera on my phone, and Tony and they're all just up there having fun, rocking it out. And they looked like they were having a damn good time on stage, didn't they, Carrie?
They did. You could tell they missed it.
Yeah.
They really
I
missed
bet,
it.
man.
They were on point with everything. All their songs were great. I was excited because they opened with Race War, which is my favorite of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave was in good voice. Their new bassist is a new addition. He merged in just seamlessly.
Very, very well.
Never known that they had if you closed your eyes and listened, you would have never known that they had somebody new in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just on point. It was kind of a short set though, unfortunately, but it was really, really late when they got on. But the 4 songs they did play, they were really on it, and I was really impressed. Really impressed.
Yeah,
they sounded great.
I've played a few shows with those guys,
Tony,
actually.
man, Tony was sweating buckets, so whoever was in the front of that stage was probably getting Tony's sweat flung all over him every time he was headbanging. But yeah, it was a good time. They sounded great. Crowd really got into it. So it was weird because at first I thought, oh no, everybody's left. But everybody was out on the back patio. And as soon as they started making any noise, this big flood of people came in, which I was really happy to see, because at first there was nobody out there except me and you and the people with Divine Eminence. And I thought, what? Are they going to have to play to like 10 of us? But everybody came in as soon as they started playing. And
as soon as that bass hit and as soon as the drums start kicking.
Yep. It was fun. It was really fun.
Damn, boy,
What is going on here?
That's a thick ass.
Oh, it's from Trauma.
Hell yeah.
King
what
Slut.
the hell was this for?
King Slut.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's creepy.
They're okay.
That was me and one of my bag bitches I had. You were my bag bitch before, Mike.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, lost
Okay,
connection there
you
for a
lost
second.
you for a second.
Yeah, somebody's calling me. I'm on my phone. It was calling me. It was actually Fat Tony. So when you see this, Fat Tony, you called me. I'm on doing a podcast. I'm not gonna text him right now.
But
Fat Tony's cool.
The information that they gave us, do you remember when they're going to be playing again? When they're going to be playing next, Carrie?
I want to say it's all on their website, divineeminence.com, just in case I'm wrong. But I believe the 14th and the 22nd, they will be at Odd Bodies. And then
I know they got a show with Flaw coming up.
9/11.
That
They're
sounds
going to
right.
be at an outdoor festival where there's going to be camping
The Fire
and
Festival?
all that stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. They're going to be at that. And I think tickets are $20 for both days. Again, it's all going to be on their website so that just in case. Because I'm off the top of my head hoping.
There's a reason why I asked you, because my memory is gone. I can barely remember people's names. So I'm going to rely on you.
Which is unusual. There's a lot of acts that are like, you act them when the next time they're going to play, and they have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That's usually me.
They're lucky in that respect that they've got.
Well, they have an amazing manager, Christy. So
that
really helps out a lot. Shout out to
me.
Christy.
I love her so much. She was so much fun to hang out with. Big shout out to her. She made me feel very welcome, like right away. Our daughters are a lot alike, so I'm hoping maybe they can meet someday. They're only a few days apart in age.
Which is crazy. Yeah, we discussed that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be fun someday to hang out with her. Yeah, that overall that was a great night. My ears were kind of ringing. It was pretty loud, but yeah, it was a good time, and they were in good form, and I was glad to see everybody again. I hadn't seen everybody since January.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm just glad that for being down in Columbus and with this whole Corona thing going on, I was glad to see that there's still people outside doing what they need to do. They're still trying to stay social distance. They're still trying to wear the mask when they can. And I'm just glad that people are out doing what they can to stay active so these businesses can stay running. Because without the people doing what they can do daily lives, we don't have businesses running either. And it's going to start dwindling down, and it's going to start hurting the companies. It's going to start hurting the music scene.
Yeah, I've been worried about venues. It's like the music scene is already bad enough.
Well, in weddings right now. My family, actually, I'm on the property right now of they have a wedding venue, and people are canceling that stuff left and right, and that affects music industry indirectly with the DJs and musicians and all that as well. They've been hit really hard. Probably about half, at least, have canceled already, and I'm sure there'll be more as the season progresses. So it's hurting everybody, but we did see almost everybody on the street wearing masks. There was very few people that were not wearing masks that were walking, and there was a lot of people. I was very surprised at the crowd. I was very pleasantly surprised by the crowd because I didn't know how people were going to be. But I think it's getting to the point where people are getting tired of being stuck inside.
Yeah.
So they're taking that risk and venturing out. It was a good turnout for what it was.
Khaleesi wants to say hi.
Hi, kitty.
Oh my God.
He's over here bumping my back and stuff.
Hey, bring it here. I got somebody that should meet.
The Queen of Dragons.
Hey, where's that little mouse of yours?
Loki? He's
I can try to get him out. Hold on.
Yeah.
No. Don't have to get him out. Bring him over here.
Oh.
It's feeding day tomorrow.
For a snake.
You have a snake. You stop it. Those are my babies.
You're not feeding.
I got to see this snake, and it was the craziest thing. I've never seen a snake be affectionate. And this snake wraps itself around the back of his neck and puts her head like right on his cheek. And I was holding her at one point, and she went up my arm back to him. She was like not even interested in me at all. She was like stretching her body as far as she could to touch Ken when I was holding her. And I gave her back to him. She went right back behind his neck and right up on his cheek. I had never seen that before. I had never seen a snake be affectionate.
How do you fuck a snake, Ken?
I don't know.
How do you do it?
I don't know, Mike. Why do you have a duck head on your Facebook?
The duck head, yeah.
What the hell is with this duck head?
The duck head, Amber. Tell them about the duck head.
I bought it for our dog.
The dog eats duck heads. Our pit bull. Yeah.
I'm a vegetarian, so I didn't want to buy it, but I was like, he will really love this.
No, I didn't want to buy it. She was like, let's buy it. Let's buy it.
He'll love it.
No, he probably does.
You can still see the eyes.
Where do you get like a duck head?
I got it at a pet store.
A pet store in Delaware.
They have like all kinds of like specialty bones and horns and antlers, and they have like everything you could imagine.
Like a Petco?
No, it's like a local. It's just a like mom and pop pet store.
It was like a Chinese shop.
No, they're really good. They don't like any animals they sell are all rescued or brought from the Humane Society and stuff. It's a really good shop.
Their heads chopped off and sold as dog treats.
They get these
like,
animals from rescues.
You want the severed chicken head? Fucking got the beak and everything. Yeah, but it's straight up a duck's head, dude. Like
the ducks were probably killed for down and stuff. I'm sure they don't just. I don't know. Maybe they do. It's probably just scraps left over from farms.
Apparently, when they get old, they turn them into treats. That's what Aaron's saying.
Oh,
turn them into treats.
But when you look at the picture, you can see its eyes still looking.
Yeah, I know. It's really freaky, isn't it?
You guys seen the picture on
I'm
Facebook?
like,
Yeah.
like,
Wait a
this
minute.
is
What
so
did I
gross.
just eat? And I went back because I was just flipping through Facebook, and I'm like, wait, what? I had to go back, and I'm like,
It's such an odd picture, right? It's just a duck head in a bag.
It's
right.
kind of disgusting.
And it was no context.
Yeah.
You didn't even say what it was for, or
No, I did that on purpose. That's the mystery for it. Like, why is this weirdo posting
in a
pictures of dead duck heads, man, on Facebook? Like, this dude is bizarre. First, an up-close picture of a nutsack. Now it's a fucking dead duck head today. You know what I mean? Like, I do stuff. Voodoo shit. That's
Like
right.
voodoo
It may be
Voodoo
voodoo.
shit. Doing voodoo shit. Don't question my magic. I know what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm just bullshitting. I don't believe in magic. But yeah, but the duck head was pretty bizarre looking.
Well, we do a lot of weird things with dead people, and one of them is like just like these dead animals. We turn them into treats, and us as humans, I mean, lately we've been turning ourselves into fertilizer, like putting ourselves in these pods and like letting trees grow out of us, kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
awesome.
I'd like that.
Me too.
You're gonna turn yourself into a little tombstone, and some little punk ass kid's gonna spray paint a dick on it, man. Like, is that what you want with your future? Is that what you want with your future? I'd rather be a tree.
well said, Taco.
Exactly. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. Once they see that name, Newman, like that fucking motherfucker.
Newman.
Newman.
Oh, I know the chunky that left these chunkies. Newman!
Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy. Damn.
All right, but all right, we are way off the reservation here with the topic,
right.
but man, so we talked about
whenever we have Taco on.
every time we have Taco on.
Every time.
At least there's no like knives or forks or scissors being shoved possessed this time.
Man,
I thought you were
wish.
gonna have a heart attack that day. You were like, "Oh no!"
It's like, oh my god.
Have a fucking.
I wish we
fork
could
with
keep some of the recordings from when we're driving, man. Me and Kenny talk about some hilarious stuff on the road, man. Like, good stuff, man.
Like crying,
Can't put it on-
man.
Yeah, I can't put it on the radio. Good, man. Like, it's just fucking good.
Man. So we've covered human experimentation. We've covered the bands. We talked about all these weird things, and Aaron's sitting here trying to, make me look so, I guess, weird online for wearing black. Taco, you have a fetish for guys' butts and nipples. Carrie, you're running from your dad. This episode is all over the place.
Noisy equipment. That's what I
Leave me alone, Dad. I'm on the internet. Oh man.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. And is there anything else going on, Carrie, Amber, Taco? You guys want to talk about before we get out of here?
You should tell them about Booger Breath.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about Booger Breath, but Stars and Ashes playing at Coyote Grove this Saturday. Coyote Grove is up by Fremont, Ohio. They're gonna be fire spinners and a lot of other stuff.
Wow,
a lot of other stuff. What's
on the
stuff?
internet?
What is stuff?
Don't worry about it, Kenny.
I want to know what
stuff.
stuff is.
It's drugs.
You can come stay with us. We have a tent.
There's gonna be stuff there. It's not for kids. You don't want to part. In fact, I take back everything. Don't even go there. It's bad for you. You don't want to go there and have the best time of your life. Why would you want to do that? Drugs are terrible. They ruin your brain, make
Drugs
you
are
have
bad.
sex.
There's no drugs
No,
or
it's not.
alcohol allowed
It's
there.
really not that bad. The place is kid friendly. There's a lot of people camping, spinning fire. Good vibes, good music. The Tropadelics playing there. They're supposed to be really famous. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're famous, but they're well known. Hippies love them. Hippies listen to them. And people should go out there and just experience the great weather and camping and good people.
And hopefully
Good
it's nice, and it's supposed to be not so hot this week so far. So
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice. Be chilling in my hammock, butt ass naked, on drugs.
Carrie, what is going on with your camera? Carrie, what's going on with your camera?
My camera. I am on my phone.
Oh my god.
This is my first time doing this on my phone, so hopefully next time I'll be a little more prepared.
comes your dad with a leaf blower. This is
They have a giant one, an industrial-sized one. Have you ever seen that episode of SpongeBob where he's blowing the leaves around?
Yeah.
Yeah, the like big ones on your back. Yeah.
Does he have
the backpacks?
They have one of those here.
Does he have an industrial shop vac? Kenny wants to know.
There's
Michael?
for sexual purposes. I'm not even gonna lie. He wants to put his penis in it.
That's fucked. Wow. Well, man, on that note, I guess.
Everybody hates you today, Kenny.
I don't know what is going on.
But I did
All
want
right.
to say one more thing.
Yeah.
The shirts here.
Where is it? What's on the shirt?
The Let It Go. Let It Go.
You're going too fast. You're going way too fast.
Designed by Kevin.
It's an amazing band. Let it go.
They are available on TeePublic, teepublic.com. Look up Kevin Easy, KEVUNEZEE.
Mhm.
And we also have ZTO t-shirts available on
We
there.
got
as
GTO
well.
shirts again.
So go there, search ZTO TV 1982. And we have like 31 designs, I think, on there.
Sweet.
Everything from the Grammy Show to Schlockfest. Jean Paul's dog is on one of them. Really cute. So we do have plenty of t-shirts and stuff available there. The t-shirts are good quality. This one I'm really happy with. They're true to size. So check all that stuff out.
What we got?
Uh-oh.
What is this?
What is this?
It's a top back.
Get us the minutes.
Yeah. You got to put jelly inside of it. Oh my God. Fucking shop back.
Oh, Dennis the Menace. Dennis
Oh, yeah,
the Menace. Brings back childhood memories, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That was.
What the hell? Why?
Oh man, dude, it's
You know
so
what?
good.
You know what? I am not going to let
so
this
good.
happen on my show.
This has not been your week, Ken. Not at all, man.
Just wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be better, right? Tomorrow's going to be better. Tomorrow's going to be better.
We'll see.
All right.
Sorry, I'm
Love
sorry
you too,
this
Aaron.
is happening
Thanks.
to you, Kenny.
On this note, I am done. I am getting out of here. I am going to go get on Modern Warfare. Season 5 just dropped. So you guys enjoy your night. I am Ken. It's time for tacos. I'm here with my amazing co-host, Carrie.
Yes.
Good night, Carrie.
Good night. It is literally going to be good night because I have to be up at 3:30 in the morning for work. So
Amber, Taco, thanks
Yeah,
for joining
buddy.
us tonight.
Bye.
Hope you
It was
guys
nice
had fun.
meeting you, Carrie.
You too.
See you guys later.
Carrie, do me a favor.
Yes.
Pretend that your dad's chasing you right now. Run, 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 and say goodbye. Take us out. Take us out.
Yeah, buddy.